What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? We've got Primetime MMA 13, absolute stacked card once again coming straight at you. Join with me tonight, we've got the mighty, it's Mr. Valentine. How are you doing, brother?
All good, mate. All good. Just can't wait for ICB to take back the belt, more like snatch it off BFAP. So let's kick things off.
Oh wow, that's some fighting talk. Fair enough, bro. It's gonna be a tough old fight. We've got BFAP Trickzzy in the main event, as we see here, gonna be taking on ICB Honest Jim. Honest Jim is the only man to beat Trickzzy, but since then Trickzzy has been on an absolute tear, has been running through everybody that he's been put across from. So it's one hell of a main event, but we've got many more fun fights to go. Before we hit that point, obviously up first we've got LFC Pain up against Tatted. I think we were saying should be a fun fight. I believe these guys are going to be fighting in flyweight. Not too familiar with either of the gentlemen. Obviously, both making their debuts this evening. We've got LFC Pain fighting out the LFC camp. I believe they're mainly strikers, if I'm not incorrect on that.
Yeah, LFC guys, I have fought them a couple times. They are predominantly strikers, but that doesn't mean they can't hold their own on the ground. So I am not familiar with Tatted at all. So this should definitely be an interesting debut from both these gentlemen. Well,
without further ado, these guys are about to square off. We have TJ Dillashaw up against a Figueiredo pick. Looks like Tatted's got a 1-0 victory, maybe in a previous ranked fight or quick fight, but obviously a little bit different when you're under the lights.
Definitely. I'm more than familiar with what the nerves can do to you, especially fights in live. This is definitely one of the best matchups in the flyweight class. You pretty much got power versus speed at this point, right? With Figueiredo, what is he on, 95, 97 power, if I'm not wrong?
Yeah, I believe so. It's very, very high. The one thing that he is lacking, unless they've updated it, which I haven't seen, is his blocking isn't the greatest. He doesn't have the highest block. Obviously with TJ Dillashaw, he's great at putting combinations together, so maybe an option for him if he's able to get center of the cage and start controlling the range a little bit. Right now though, Payne's doing a good job of marching forward, taking that center.
Yeah, and Tatted is doing a really good job of circling to his outside and switching it up. So this definitely, looks like both these guys do know how to control the cage. So it should definitely be interesting how each of them decide to pressure or fight from the outside against each other.
Yeah, and it's interestingly enough, they're throwing bombs, but it's actually a fairly measured approach from both guys. They're choosing their shots fairly well. There isn't a lot of missed shots, using angles, now mixing up takedown attempts.
Oh, beautiful takedown defense there. That's actually one of harder takedowns to defend. All you gotta do is hold LT and RT, not move your left stick.
Yeah.
For that one.
So many different options on the takedowns now. You've got to be very well versed to be able to stop all of the different types.
Definitely. For those of you who don't know, you flick the stick up away from the camera and down towards the camera, I believe.
Yeah, correct. Depending on which way they are driving it, of course. Learning those animations is key. Many a tutorial out there showing definitely something to check in, but these guys seem to know it all. They're throwing beautiful combinations right now.
Yeah, I mean, Payne might need to care about his stamina and block, because Tatted is working it beautifully from the outside and keeps going back in and out, trying to make Payne whiff as much as possible. I really like Tatted's play style and approach here. He's kind of bombarding him with pressure and then backing out just when he's out of stamina.
Yeah, he's not getting forced too far up against that cage line. He's very wary of where he's at. Decides, to plant and throw at the right times and circles out when needed also. But look at that for a lovely combination. Oh, and he keeps the pressure up as well.
Down. Yeah. I think Payne is good for now. But I feel like that was kind of Payne's moment to maybe utilize a pullback, because given the lack of stamina from TJ, that would have put him at a very high vulnerability state. Beautiful takedown defense.
Yeah, I mean, Payne, that's another takedown that he's shown great defense on. Got to be a little bit careful. Does Tatted right now? He's had a lot of success in these exchanges, but we know how how heavy the hands of Figueiredo are. Don't want to get caught slack. Ooh, look.
Oh, lovely slip. Oh my god, I've actually never seen anyone slip a crane kick.
That was a quick and slick head movement right there.
Beautiful. I think he did a block slip. That's probably why he wasn't able to counter there.
Yeah, I think you're right, brother. Touch your gloves to start us out in the second. That was a very fun first round to start us off. Primetime 13. And they're starting active. They're being a little bit maybe too active, kind of making each other miss right now. Settling in a little bit, trying to maybe carry on with the momentum of last round, but as we see, the mix-ups to the body are really beautiful from both guys. You can see them making each other drop each other's hands a little bit. See the flickers of the hands anytime they get within range.
Definitely, and I just feel like maybe Payne needs to get a little bit more respect. He is working the body, but I feel like Tatted is not giving him the respect for the body work that he's inputting. He just simply doesn't care. He's more than happy to just stand and brawl in front of your face, which he shouldn't be able to do. As I was saying, that he gets rocked. That's why you don't want to do that against Figueiredo. That power, man, it's too much. Oh, he gets rocked down. What a lovely hit.
And as we were mentioning earlier, man, Figueiredo's power, it can hurt you at any moment in this fight.
A beautiful back take on the back drag. Again, guys, if you don't know how to defend that takedown, it's simply holding LT and RT. Do not flick your left stick and you'll be fine. Nice ground and pound. Manages to get right back up. Let's see what Payne can do here. Beautiful takedown defense there.
Yeah, the takedown defense from both guys in this fight have really been on point. It's nice to see, especially in this early fight, showing nice set skills.
This might be it. He is taking.
Could very well be that was it. It is.
That is OG Roads. Beautiful debut from both the gentlemen. Lovely back and forth. And yeah, man, you just can't sleep on Figueiredo's power. You need to respect the man. You don't want to brawl with him. I think, that's where Tatted went wrong in the second round. He started brawling him rather than cutting in and out.
Yeah, he had a couple of, moments of success in the brawls towards the end of the first round because he had the head health advantage and the stamina advantage. But that wasn't going to, continue as the fight continued. The power of Figueiredo. You can't be affording to go those, into those exchanges and expecting to win each of them. Got to be a little bit more careful. TJ Dillashaw maybe going a little bit, kind of full Garbrandt, but he'll learn from it. That was a very, very good debut from both guys, though. Both showing, fairly high-level techniques. So it showed that they were well-versed, able to stop the takedowns. Both guys able to work in really all facets of the game and kind of mix it up. So definitely guys to watch as we go forward. Both guys were fairly impressive on their debuts there. With that being said, though, Valentine, we are going to be moving on to the next fight. We've got Ology up against Goals. Neither of these guys, they have both fought within Primetime before.
I believe Ology fought in Primetime. He actually is coming off 2 losses back to back.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, his losses were to Bang Bang and Utica, so he didn't lose to no slouch. So yeah, it should be interesting if he can redeem himself this time around against Goals. Now, I've never fought Goals, so had the pleasure of sparring with him.
Yeah.
What about you, Cyrus? Have you had any contact with either of the gentlemen?
No, I haven't. But I mean, obviously, like you say, there's no shame in the losing of the last match. You know, especially against somebody like Bang Bang. Bang Bang's a tough opponent. Very well known within the community. So you know, I'm sure he's made advancements in his game. I'm sure he's looking to come and make a bit of a statement tonight. Without further ado, we are going to jump straight into the next one. These guys are ready to go. Looks like we have a fight in the lightweight division. Khabib up against Ferguson, the fight that we've always wanted to see. We get it tonight.
Well, how many times did they try and make it? 4 times, 5 times, was it?
5 times, I believe. Could have even been 6. I believe it was 5, though. Some craziness.
The fight that caused the pandemic itself. Thanks to them, I get to work from home and play UFC and get paid. Ooh, beautiful takedown there. Oh, and an amazing scramble.
Yeah, the late denial. The takedown defense is really on point tonight. All guys showing that it's not going to be easy to take them down. The strikers obviously been working. Nice slip up right there.
I just wish he came back with an uppercut, because that would have been a beautiful pullback on that elbow.
Going for the flying knee.
Goes for it for jumping knee.
Yeah, I mean, showing a little bit of a crazy technique, a little bit of a wild style with Tony Ferguson, and I think that's what you need up against somebody that's using Khabib. Khabib's a very traditional fighter in the way that he approaches it, you know, setting up those takedowns, but going to be a little bit more wary if he's eating or worrying about a flying knee.
Definitely. Yeah, sorry, as you were saying.
No, sorry, on you, brother.
Yeah, I was just going to say, you know, Golds is doing a really good job of walking Ferguson down and clinching him when he's by the cage to take his back. I just wish he would set it up a little bit more, maybe throw a couple of body straights, have him thinking down so he can go for a clinch. Beautiful trip by him, but again, lovely scramble by Ology.
He's doing it, like you say, this is a very Khabib-like performance in the way that he's approaching it. He's trying to, you know, smother his opponent and just really kind of
Ooh, beautiful hook.
Yeah. If you're toxic, though, I mean, much of the same. Keep the takedown defense on point. He's slipping, you know, quite a lot. Maybe be a little bit careful of that. You can eat it hot very easily. We'll see if he's able to,
like the 5th takedown, I think. 5th attempt, or even the 6th attempt.
Like Khabib said in one of his interviews, you know, the thing that separates him is that if he goes for a takedown and he doesn't get it, that's not the only takedown. He's going to continue to change angles until, you know, until he's got the secured it. But he's not able to secure the position right there. Tony Ferguson able to take his back.
No, you know, as much as I would say it's risky to be on the ground with Khabib, it's just as, you know, much as riskier to be on the ground with Tony. There's way too many subs. You know, that man's got 96, I think, sub offense, 94 sub offense.
Yeah. So
you really don't want to be on the ground with him either. But I just don't know what Goals can do different at this point. It looks like he's getting worked up. You know, it's unfortunate we don't get to see the stats.
Yeah, you've got to imagine that this kind of is a labor-intensive style, so I imagine his stamina is going to be struggling a little bit, but with all of these clinch attempts, they may be equalizing it out because they do tax on the defender quite a lot currently. These slips are nice.
See, I think Gold should be reading those slips, guys. Most of the slips that Ology is doing are naked slips or preemptive slips, hoping that Khabib throws a punch or two. So if he can just wait for a second and land the haymaker, I think that will be it, because that's peak vulnerability.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We get a touch of gloves in the second and much back to the same. Looks like Khabib is going to continue to march forward. Goals has a game plan to smother his opponent and isn't backing away from it.
Secures the takedown first time around. Beautiful work. And oh wow, interesting. He doesn't get swept.
We're going to have to see if he's able to hold this position now. I think that's really going to be the key to whether or not this style is going to work for him. Because just the continued pressure, I don't believe, is going to be enough on its own. Tony Ferguson's doing a good job of getting damage off when he's getting opportunities to.
Oh wow, interesting. He decides to get back up.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he knows something that we don't. He feels... I mean, this actually seems to be part of his game plan, just a really dirty boxing sort of style.
Ooh. lovely head movement by Ology there to avoid the slip. Now, if someone is if someone is coming at you with multiple clinches, the best thing you can do is just throw a straight.
Yeah.
It will not only get a hit stun for you, it will also stop the clinch, and you can probably pull off another two-piece combo after the straight.
I was going to say, yeah, that plant and throw that straight, and even rip a little hook off or so afterwards, but stops them in their tracks. I believe it's literally the only strike to stop
denial. Yeah, I believe that is the only strike to stop it. I've landed hooks, I've landed uppercuts, nothing works but a straight.
Now this is where you want to be if you're Khabib, of course. He's got that nasty ground and pound, but nice defense once again from Ology. Yeah, I mean, this is draining on both guys. Once again, we can't see how Khabib is faring in terms of the stats, but he is doing fairly well now in terms of pressure and getting off some dominant ground and pound. Lots of it blocked, nevertheless, but still, this is not exactly what you want to be if you're Tony.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, great work.
Beautiful. Now, if I'm goals, I might want to watch for that, throwing the elbow with the hand that's holding the head. Oh, now we know he's out of stamina there. Those double full guard clearly taxed it. I would have really liked to see Tony go for a Kimura or something, because he had no stamina. That was his time.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Nice little transition, but I was that almost seemed like one fluid motion, into the sprawl transition, then up to the cage.
Yeah, I mean, not many people actually know it, Cyrus. You can actually deny someone stop on transition by flicking up. It's a very, very small window, of course. But once you do that, if they cancel the transition, then you have the opportunity to turn it into a sprawl. If not, then you can just go back to where you were.
I've hit it before, never as consistently though, so that's probably the missing piece. Khabib is
Beautiful takedown.
Yeah, he's been relentless with it right now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see what Ology can
this
do
might
different.
Be it. Rear naked.
It's only 6 seconds.
No, sorry, I didn't see the time.
Yeah, I mean, he did have the man. He had no stamina. That could have been it. He could have gone for a bulldog choke there.
Oh well, I would love to see the stats. We're not going to get to see them, but this has been a very, very interesting fight. There's been non-stop pressure from Khabib, but some of the better damage, especially in that first round, was coming out of Tony Ferguson. So potentially one apiece. How are you scoring this at the moment?
To be honest, I actually do not know. I know the judges actually prefer damage over control time or takedowns. So I would be interested to see who actually got to land more of the significant strikes. Now, even though Golds did posture up on the ground and pound, he did not get much damage done, but he did get a lot of damage in the clinch. As I say that, he gets rocked. Oh, this could be the time for Tony to close the gap, throw the circular strikes, work the body. No, he just goes for the head. When someone's like that, work the body, make them think low, go high, make them think high, go low.
Yeah, even with one of those little body hook feints, just get your opponent to start thinking about it. And like you say, you can start to rip up top, but he's non-stop with the pressure right now. Got to be a little bit careful not to eat a shot on his way in from Khabib, because Khabib does have power.
Again, he might want to watch out for the preemptive slips, because if Golds managed to get a read on it, Khabib's got a nasty, nasty haymaker. All it will take is one. Oh, he gets rocked again. Beautiful work from Ology at this point. I just hope he can secure a finish, because I don't want to leave this to the judges, because you just never know how they will score the fights.
And I think that's what we're seeing from him right now. He knows that he could be potentially 2 down. He could be 1-1, but he wants this last round. He wants the finish if it's there, and doing everything he can to get it. But once again, we've got Golds making adjustments, finds himself in top position with 2 minutes on the clock, but he's going to have to get something big off, because the rock earlier is going to be a big thing in the eyes of the judges.
Oh, he gives up his back. Oh, fortunately for him, Golds isn't able to capitalize on that, because that could have been it. He could have just flattened him out and ground and pounded him.
Yeah, this is dangerous territory for him here. 1 minute 40 to go on the clock. He's got stamina low. Once again, Khabib has got brutal ground and pound if he can get a combination of them going. So far, Ology's done a great job of getting correct frames, or framing his arms at the right times, picking the right direction.
Yeah, and this was the transition that I was talking about, where you're able to flip them as they're going for the top mount. Again, it's a very, very small window. if I'm gold, you know, I'm doing the right thing. I know I may have won the first 2 rounds. All I need to do is drag this one out. If he can get a rock, maybe a knockdown to secure the judges' scorecard, it would be nice. But at this point, I don't know what his thought process is. Maybe he's just trying to delay the inevitable.
Yeah, I feel like what we're seeing is Tony really pushing for the finish. Like, you know, as you mentioned, he's just trying to maybe rest on the fact that he's won those first 2 rounds, kind of opposing game plans. But I don't think he can shell up like this because that block is probably taking a beating right now.
Oh, he gets rocked again. I wish that was a knockdown. If it was a knockdown, that would have been a 10-8 round. That could have changed things around. Let's see. I mean, they are showing Tony's jumping knee, even though it didn't land.
Bit of top mount. Yeah, it's a very, very close fight. I think this might be 2-1 by the looks of the replays. But no, it goes to Khabib. Nice and quick. Okay.
There you go. I mean, you can never rely on the judges, man. You need to get the finish. I don't know what Ology could have done different, to be honest. I think the man did everything he possibly could. He just, you know, it was just too much relentless takedown and clinch pressure from Golds for Ology to deal with.
Yeah, I think that's a tough one, man. It was two up going into the 3rd round. He did everything he could, like you say, and not his night tonight. But once again, what an excellent fight. We're only 2 fights into this card already. Absolute bangers being put on display. We are straight up next though with Fetty up against Swish Bitty. Do you know either of these gentlemen personally? I know you're out there sparring a lot of the community.
Yeah, but unfortunately I haven't had the opportunity to spar either of them, so this should be interesting to see. I have heard of Swish Bitty. I have, of course, called a couple of his fights. He does have nasty hands. Fetty, not so much, as far as my memory recalls.
Well, I know that Swish Bitty, talking with the man, just seen him load in, he is actually part of the LFC camp, so we've got another LFC guy up. Oh, and of course, little Zeus HD. Yeah, I mean, this is an interesting matchup. We'll have to see how they shake out. Obviously, anything can happen under these lights. Doesn't matter how they've matched up before. This one's in the heavyweight division. Got Olenek as a pick.
Yeah, that's a very, very interesting pick against Jones. I mean, if Jones does try to grapple, I guess he is covered from that. Ooh, lovely body kick there. This is probably like the only arena that I do not like in this game. It's just too vibrant for my liking. So I'm interested to see everyone favoring this over the others. Beautiful back take and drag down.
This is the official venue of Primetime under the ESFL network, so a lot of the guys probably just under that generally. It isn't too much of a thing. I quite like the vibrance. It's quite a few different... I can see it though. The lights can be a little distracting for some.
Definitely. Oh, he goes for a submission takeaway straight away.
Yeah,
actually, I mean, he's not doing so bad. He's very as I say that, I was just about to say he's very gentle on the triggers, because that's all you need to be, is as gentle as possible.
Especially with somebody like Olenek as well. The submission offense of him is very, very high as he rains down ground and pound. You've got to be careful if you're little Zeus. He gets one transition blocked and a submission sunk in. It could literally be night. As I say that, he takes the back.
See, that's one of the easiest transitions to deny if you're not pre-denying a different transition. That's the risk you run into by pre-denying, and you can always see if someone's pre-denying or not by looking at the GA bar at the top. If the GA bar starts to go towards you and they're not doing anything, that means they're pre-denying.
Right, now you got those.
Getting in ones and twos.
Yeah, I was going to say he was working range quite well for a moment, but started to kind of crush that range. I don't think you want to get on the inside necessarily with Olenek. The inside boxing not exactly the favoured kind of striking style of John Jones.
Yeah, John Jones is more of a defensive boxer, right? I think we highlighted this yesterday as well.
Yeah.
If you really want to utilize full Jones' potential, you want to be mixing up those clinched elbows, knees, and also ground and pound with him. Beautiful pull guard sweep there. That's what I was surprised he didn't go for in the last double leg bell.
Nice defense. Denied. Yeah, no, that was great work. Made the correct choice. And he gets his back taken again. That's interesting, man.
Now, see, now this is a very dangerous position for the given reason of RNC. He does pre-deny the RNC. Luckily, secures it this time around. Ends up in a full guard. Not a bad position to be in if you're Olenek. Gets his back taken. It would be interesting. I'm interested. Oh, he does secure the RNC. The stamina isn't looking great as long as Swish can stay patient on the left stick.
There wasn't enough time on it.
I didn't see the time. That was definitely a good round from both the gentlemen there in regards to grappling, in regards to striking.
Yeah, I think I would give that one Olenek way, though. I think he landed the bigger shots, had the submission attempts as well, but interesting to see what adjustments that we're going to see out of Jon Jones. I mean, imagine he's going to start to try and play that range, and I don't know about you, but even though Jon Jones has got a great top control, I don't think you want to be on top of Olenek.
He gets rocked! Oh! You don't want to be doing that this early, man. I mean, Jones does have a chin, so, he's not going to be too worried about that. But getting rocked this early in the fight could just sway the judges completely.
100%. Obviously, you got Jon Jones's recovery, but nevertheless, like you say, getting rocked, that kind of chin being cracked. As he goes for another rear naked choke, this could be very, very bad.
He is sticking to him. Beautiful, sub-offense by Swish at this point. Yeah, I mean, my sub-offense is very, very, very bad.
Well, I believe that he bailed on those first couple of submission attempts. I think they were actually literally just to kind of get reads on how his opponent adjusts to certain things. As he gets it.
It is night for Fetty. Swish Bitty gets his redemption. I believe he actually came off a loss there to Spams. So it's actually nice to see the man get his, W.
Yeah,
back.
Good work from him. He came out and had a game plan, was able to land good hands on the inside with somebody like Olenek as well. That's fairly impressive. Then when he gets to the ground, he was looking for the submissions, whatever ones presented themselves. Found 2 opportunities for that rear naked choke, and on the second one managed to sink it in. So it's a great work from him. Was that his first victory from what you were saying? First victory within PrimeTime?
I believe it's his second. But
okay.
Yeah, he was on a back-to-back loss, so it's actually good to see. But speaking of the man that did beat Swish last time around, Spams, he is fighting the great Kev. Again, I haven't had the pleasure to spar either of these gentlemen. How about yourself, Cyrus?
No, I'm not particularly familiar with either one of them. Again, I believe that they've been making appearances fairly recently within recent events. Looking at the great Kev at the moment, he's come off 2 tough losses against guys that we know very well within the community, fighting the likes of BJH and 3 Piece and the Soda. Not able to get the victories there, so he's looking to come back and make the adjustments tonight, of course. Spams, obviously previous record. Once again, he's had coming off a loss, winning over Swish Bitty, like you say. So he's looking to pick up another win this evening. So these guys have a lot to prove. Obviously, coming off losses, you don't want to let those pile up at all. Of course, just waiting for these guys to be ready with each other for the moment.
I believe they're actually going to be fighting in featherweight. Used to be one of my favorite weight class.
Featherweight is always a fun one. You've got a lot of picks in those weight classes. You've got to be very, very careful, of course, because you've got some very, very highly rated fighters over there, like the normal picks.
We are told Spams is now AJS Spams.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
So he has joined AJS Fight Club. Again, AJS has mean strikers all around. I had the pleasure of fighting a couple of them in rank, sparring with a couple of them. Very, very, very scary strikers, man. Well-rounded fighters. They all have, basic grappling down to the core, so they don't need to worry if their fights goes to the ground. But you need to worry about their striking. As I say that, the man picks Volkanovski, the greatest threat you can have in the pocket in featherweight against an Aldo, so this should be an interesting fight.
For sure. Looks like, of course, we've got Sorry, as you sprint towards him, I thought we were about to see a quick knockout right there. Easy Predator. So yeah, it looks like out of the easy camp is the great Kev, changing his name to Easy Predator. So coming out with quick hands, and to be expected out of the easy boys. Talking about great striking, all of those guys got fantastic hands. These guys throwing bombs as we go into the opening 30 seconds though.
Yeah, I mean, neither of them are looking to get a feel for each other. They're just going at it, and rightfully so. If you're Volkanovski, right, you want to get in the bucket. Same with Aldo. I'm not expecting a lot of footwork action at this point. I'm just looking for a straight brawl.
Yeah, one big shot from either guy, whether it be a short hook, an overhand, whatever it may be, it can send your opponent onto a whole host of problems. As we say that, he goes for a takedown, able to secure it with the turning takedown. That's good work for Spams right there. Not able to get the crucifix though.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him build some GA to get the crucifix. It's a lot easier when you do build GA rather than go naked. Oh, secures the head kick. Nice.
Yeah, naked head kick and lands 2 hooks.
Ooh, double hook. Oh, this is not a good place for Great Kev to be in. He does go for the back take, gets denied. Beautiful defense there. Goes for another head kick. 1, 2, and goes. I like that he actually went back, because not many people do that when they're ahead. They always want to get the fight. Oh, he gets rocked.
Yeah,
you
God.
don't want to stay down on the body too much, man.
Aldo smells blood right now, brother. He's marching forward. He's got to be careful, but it looks like he's not willing to give up that pressure anytime soon.
Yeah, but Aldo doesn't have the cardio, as I say, that he gets wrong with the overhand. What a fight. Oh, and another sit down.
Jesus, early contender for fight of the night already. What is going on?
The man does not jump on him. I don't know how he's looking to finish this, because I think he should have jumped on him when he had the chance. Whew.
He may live through that. Now finds himself on bottom. I mean, it's good to take a moment reset, because these guys have been throwing absolute bombs from the moment that this fight started.
He does manage to get up, using the cage, goes for a double knee. Looks like he just hit his block. But if I'm Great Kev at this point, I really do need to watch for my cardio, because Aldo doesn't have the greatest stamina in the game. So you might want to keep an eye on that.
No, definitely. Not going to be needed.
What a knockout! Oh my God!
I mean, this fight, I think, is already an early contention for some bonuses right there.
That could easily be KO tonight. He caught the man mid-switch kick.
He drops onto his own knee. They're always the gruesome, just gnarly knockouts, man.
Look at that. Oof. What a clean knockout. Toe to the chin. And the ragdoll. Oh. Man, beautiful work from AJ's guys. Like I said, they are mean strikers. Again, not taking anything away from Great Kev. Beautiful performance. A lot of back and forth there. I think, maybe if Kev was a little bit more composed there, it could have gotten, maybe a bit longer or even more in his favor. But yeah, you win some, you learn some. You just gotta keep it moving. Up next, I believe we have another LFC guy, LFC Diablo versus Suave Pegasus.
That is correct, brother. These guys, the LFC guys, are out in show tonight, looking to put on performances. I believe this one's going to be at the bantamweight division. Always a fun fight in the bantamweight.
Definitely. I mean, we did see a beautiful bantamweight performance in yesterday's main event. This time around, we have another Aldo versus Now, Aldo is, at least in my opinion, might be controversial. It's a lot more stronger in bantamweight than he is in featherweight.
I'd agree with you, just because of the height. The height differential is no longer an issue with Aldo in this lower weight class. Interesting note, Diablo's coming off a nice two-win streak here, beating Pagno and Pablo in previous events. So he's coming in on a little bit of a hot streak. Both fights going via, one via knockout, one via decision, so showing that he can go the distance if needed. Starting out quickly here, though.
Again, he's putting on the pressure, but I also like that he's going back in, and it's more of a push and pull momentum. You know it's going to be a good fight when there's a lot of push and pull, man. No, either of those guys are looking to just ram their heads at each other. They're looking to go back and forth.
Yeah, and you can see it in the previous fights that these guys have had as well. You know, most of their fights being knockouts, regardless of which way it goes, and that's because of the way that they're baiting in these shots, looking for opportunities to get maximum damage on their counters.
Definitely. You know, if I'm Aldo here, all I'm looking to do is work his legs, because Jan's got beautiful health stats. But given Aldo's perks on leg kicks, it's only a matter of time till you get those legs down, man. And given that someone is like Diablo, who likes to pressure you and be in your face, just use a retreat and, you know, throw a leg kick, utilize the vulnerability.
No, definitely. I mean, Aldo has brutal leg kicks, as you mentioned. A lot of people don't use them or utilize them fully, including Aldo himself in most recent years. But nice work not to get pull guarded there. That's an interesting choice from
I didn't know
yeah.
Aldo played UFC 4, but cheers, let me know.
Real life, bro.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about the game. Oh, nice. I've never seen. Actually, I don't see a lot of people go jab to the head, jab to the body. I don't know if that was a jab feint to the head, jab to the body, but that was actually good to see.
Yeah, it's nice to mix it up. You see maybe like a little bit of an Ed Parker do it.
Now, you want to be careful throwing those kicks in the pocket, especially against someone like Jan, because he's got one of the most nastiest 1-2s in the game. I believe it's him, Nunes, and Holloway. They can just walk you down with just a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2.
Yeah, they cover range with it perfectly. We are seeing Aldo start to work those leg kicks, but his stamina already becoming a little bit of a problem. He's going to recover fairly well as long as he doesn't throw it or miss anything drastically going into the last bit here.
I did really like the teep kicks. You know, hopefully you can utilize more of them to just keep range.
Yeah, I think he's been a little bit wary of them because of these overhands that we're seeing out of Diablo. Diablo's throwing a bunch of them, and a little bit scary when you're throwing some of those shots up.
His head is trying to blink. As I say that, it's Diablo that gets rocked. Beautiful moving pressure from Pegasus there. Ooh, gets his body rocked. And that's the end of the round. That couldn't have been a better timing for Pegasus to get his body rocked, because if that happened 10 seconds earlier, that could have been a different ending towards the round.
No, definitely. Always seems to happen. I think it was maybe Marshall Mind or Prioxis I recently heard say it, within the last 30 seconds of a round, that's when opponents go haywire. And you see it a lot. You know, they know the last couple of seconds go and they're really trying to get something to put a stamp on that round. They can sometimes get you hurt or sometimes send your opponent into the nether realm, but...
See, one thing I've noticed already from Pegasus, once he finishes the combo, he's not retreating, he's staying in the pocket for an extra second, which is allowing Jan to just get a couple of combos in, which might not actually end up working in his favor, especially given his head health being that low.
Yeah. He is eating quite a few shots to the head at the moment. And obviously, Jan's got fantastic striking, both of the hands and on the kicks, so he's got to be very, very careful.
Ooh, beautiful slip straight there.
He's doing lots of the right things, though. He's got to be careful not to miss kicks. That's one of the big things with Aldo, to make sure that you maintain some sort of stamina pool with him.
Lovely jab straight to the body. Goes for a couple of hooks here and there. Again, both these guys, utilizing leg kicks perfectly just to, try and trip the opponent off balance. Bit of feint. I would like to see Diablo set up those overhands a bit more. He's clearly relying on them. There's nothing wrong with relying on them, but maybe you can set it up a bit more. Maybe throw a lead uppercut body straight and then turn it into a lead uppercut overhand. That way, you've got Pegasus thinking low when you're going hard.
Yeah.
Secures the sprawl. Takes his back, which is probably a smart move. You don't want to stay there for too long, especially against the cage. Gives up his back. Okay, I would rather give up my top mount than back mount. Now, I really, really like, what Jan's doing. They're building GA instead of just deciding to mount. Wow, he gets flipped straight away. Beautiful pre-denial from Pegasus. Secures the top command this time around. Again, works the GA. All it takes is 2 to 3 strikes, guys, to get some sort of GA in your favor. Gets the first strike denied. Oh, gives up his back. Now, if I'm Pegasus, all I'm looking to do is back flat him and ground and pound him. Unless you're actually good at subs, which I am not. As Let There Be Light can confirm. Lovely get up from the transition there. Beautiful oblique kick. I don't know if Pegasus did not know, but you can actually combo that oblique kick off of jumping spin kick from Aldo, or even a wheel kick to the head. That probably could have caught Diablo off guard there.
Master of spins himself.
Spin to win, baby. Spin to win.
I believe it, brother. It's
Oh, beautiful head kick. Interesting to see both the guys, especially Diablo being a bit more patient behind the black line, because he was the one that was pursuing the pressure in the first round.
Yeah, maybe having some stamina issues as a result. Obviously, we can't see it at the moment, but his fighter model doesn't seem to have slowed down very much at all as of yet, so probably still pretty good in these lower weight classes. Their stamina normally doesn't drain too heavily, but something to watch out for maybe as we go into this next round.
Definitely. Now, I don't know how you would score the fight, Cyrus. I feel like it could be 1-1. First round for Diablo, second round for Pegasus.
Yeah, I think that's a fair assessment. These guys have both had moments where they've been, had great success, but it's been a very, very close and competitive one. I think it's all going to come down to who wants it most in this third round. As we saw earlier, maybe don't want to let this go to this, judges' scorecards. It can be very, very close. In these close matches, it's not always going to go the way that you want it to. So try and take them out there whenever you can. And these guys looking to do so right now.
Ooh, beautiful rock.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I don't agree with the takedown there. I really don't. The man had an edge over Pegasus. I would have really liked to see him, start cage cutting him with those leg kicks that he was using earlier. I don't know if I agree with this strategy. He may have won 1-1, but like we saw from the last time, you can't rely on judges scoring. Managed to deny the get up. Beautiful.
Yeah, maybe he just knows that he's got that rock and he's just looking to ride out some top. Probably does get the separation now. Maybe got enough body work off, he feels, but yeah.
Yeah, sorry, as you were saying?
I was just going to say, I don't know how to feel about it, because obviously Aldo can hit you very hard, but he did a great job again, the rock right there, and he's pouring on the pressure.
I don't know, I think that is it.
Yeah, it really is.
The head kick was too much, and the straight, yeah, that is Oshiro. Beautiful work from Diablo. Again, great fight from Pegasus. Not taking anything away, but the gentleman did really, really well. Maybe that takedown was nothing but, something for Pegasus to think about.
Yeah, definitely, and that's 3 wins in a row now for Diablo, so he's starting to pick up a bit of steam, three straight wins, so interesting to see where he goes from here. The guy seems like he has an all-round game, and he's willing to use it, so...
Yeah, I mean, at this point, he does seem unstoppable. Very, very... I mean, I believe the only person that's undefeated other than Diablo at this point is Style.
Oh, going before that, he has lost 2 fights on his very, very first fights within the league, but he's been on an absolute tear since then.
Okay.
Obviously making adjustments to his game, but he does seem like he's going to be a bit of a nightmare, and obviously got some big fights lined up ahead of him. But with that being said, we've got a highly anticipated fight. We've got Dale Denton representing the motherfuckers, and he's going to be up against BZ. OG Mud. So I mean, it's a big fight once again. We know Dale Denton's got that fantastic kind of late round kind of style where he likes to drag you into deep waters and get the finish on you when he's got you a little bit hurt, made his reads, and maybe a little bit tired. OG Mud, I'm not as familiar with him. Have you come across him yourself over there, Mr. Valentine?
Unfortunately, no. I have fought Dale Denton multiple times. Again, the man is known as the comeback king for a reason. And like I said yesterday, I've never seen anyone have more stamina in the third round than this man. It's like he just never uses any stamina to fight. I don't know what he uses, but he's always throwing punches, but he just never seems to run out of stamina.
No,
And he did come off a win over his son. So, hey, he's on the right track
he,
to keep the streak going.
he is, and I mean, at the moment, OG Mud is actually undefeated. He's currently 1-0 within the promotion. This was a Vanguard pick. I did manage to catch it just before they were loading in, so he's gone Jiu-Jitsu Vanguard up against Dale Denton, which I believe was a Tony Ferguson pick, if my eyes didn't deceive me.
Yeah, I mean, Jiu-Jitsu pick is probably the best bet against Tony Ferguson. So I don't really blame the Vanguard pick. Again, I don't really use CAF, so I'm not familiar.
Yeah, I'm not massively familiar. They've got the crazy kicks, the Vanguard pick have. They've got like the hook kicks to the head and so on. Obviously got the submissions and the rubber guard and that sort of thing. Dale Denton's taken a moment to adjust, looking for kicks and off-time jabs, both gentlemen right now. Both really probing with those kicks.
Yeah, clearly. And it's interesting to see, but I was just going to say it's interesting to see Dale, take the back line and not push forward. But he is eating a lot of those flying knees and spin kicks to the body. He might want to be a little bit wary of those. Maybe switch stance. Oh, throws a spinning elbow of his own and the Superman punch. But the guy's out wild and west here.
Yeah, I think he's seeing some of the craziness that OG Mud's thrown his way and having a little bit of problems with it. So trying to match it with a little bit of his own, own craziness of his own. Got Tony Ferguson's that's unpredictable, but these flying knees are finding a home early. That's a bit of a problem.
He goes for a hand plant kick to the body. Don't see that as often, actually. Now, both of them do have rubber guard. Now, Dale does know that. Sits on the pre-denial. Lovely work.
Yeah, gets omoplata though.
Omoplata.
These are pretty good as well, especially if you can get them chained in.
Oh, that is not a good position to be in if you're Dale Denton. Now, the chain is nasty on an omoplata.
Yeah, he gets past that halfway point as well. It starts to go up a little bit quicker the deeper you get it. Here it is. This is where but obviously the defense. I feel like, no,
Dale Denton should be fine. Yeah, the man is fine here. Hopefully he doesn't end up in the same position again.
Oh, he finds himself in mount right now. Is he going to stop the leg lock attempt?
Nope, he gives up leg lock. Now I feel like if OG Mud cancels a sub here, they will stand up. But if it goes any further and Dale Denton manages to escape, he will get back on top mount.
Yeah, right now, I mean, look, OG Mud's actually doing a very, very good job. But Dale Denton showing a bit of veteran savvy, staying composed, and he's not getting, he's not getting flustered by this. He feels that he's got the abilities to escape, and he does. Finds himself back in top mount right now.
Pulse this up. Let's see what he can do with it now. Gets some beautiful ground and pound there. Now, if I'm OG Mud, all I'm looking to do is basically just wait it out at this point. Maybe get myself back in full guard, see if we can get a rubber guard him and sweep him, get back up to top mount. Or best bet is just go back to standing because he had a lot of success there.
No, very true, very true. He was doing a lot better in the striking exchanges. This has been good work from Dale
secures
on the
rubber
bottom,
guard, as I was saying, and does sweep him into top mount. At least someone is listening to me tonight.
That's a good position. Go plata. This is deep, man. You can see how big the bar is already. These are pretty solid submissions.
Yeah, and Dale Denton did not rely. I'm not sure if he didn't realize the sub early. Oh, it was a round. Okay. I was going to say, I need to start looking at the clock more often because I get too excited.
No, same here, brother. Same here. It happens way too often. Submissions getting very, very deep, but there's only 3 seconds left on the clock.
Yeah. I was going to say, well, I'm surprised that Dale's not moving his stick around. Looks like the man was paying attention to the clock more than I was, sir.
Yeah, definitely. No Dale's going to be tuned in. Looks like OG Mud is as well, though. He's making some good adjustments in this fight. The striking, the defensive grappling for the most part, and obviously the submissions. Dale Denton, I think, actually would probably need to go a little bit more back to the grappling. I feel like that's been his biggest success so far, is when he was having to the top control.
I mean, he did have a lot of success there. I'm just trying to see it from the judge's perspective, right? OG Mud did get beautiful heel kick to the head, spinning heel kick. OG Mud did get a lot of subs in, and they went all, I believe, later stage subs, which goes higher. And the judges got
these guys throwing flying knees, landing on each other as well.
Yeah, I mean, I just can't get a word in at this point. Both the guys throwing wild shots. Beautiful lead spinning elbow there.
Yeah, hard to call everything when they've got this sort of variety of strikes coming at you.
He goes for another heel kick. Gets a side kick, goes for a cartwheel kick, and another flying knee to finish it off.
I mean, Mud is wild, man. He's landing a lot of them, but he...
Ooh, taunts the man. Goes for a little bit of a sidewalk, goes for another flying knee, follows it up with a kick from Dale Denton.
It's really, like, unorthodox and odd to see, but he is, like, doing it all within range, and everything's landing on the block at least.
Yeah, now one thing Mud is doing is, you know, taunting, trying to get in Dale Denton's head, but that is not going to happen. I know Dale, you know, he is a veteran, and that man is not going to get tilted because someone, you know, is trying to taunt their way into his head.
Definitely not. This is a tough position to be in. That's a good denial there from OG Mud.
Beautiful denial. Now, the problem with being Tony on, you know, on a mount is you don't have the option to get up. You can only go either side. And he gives up... Oh, okay, I thought he was going to give up mount. Decides to stand right back up and give up backside position.
Yeah, I mean...
Beautiful scramble.
I don't know if you agree here, man, but if you're Dale, especially in the striking, I almost feel like you need to put your foot on the pace, make sure that you stay within boxing range at all times, take away those kicking, you know, those kicks that we're seeing from OG Mud, because anytime he's got space, he's going for those unorthodox spins and the flying knees and having great success with them.
I mean, we do know Dale as a round 3, round 5 fighter, so I wouldn't be surprised if the man's just, you know, like you said, getting a feel for OG Mud, trying to make reads from what he can to empty the gas tank in the 3rd round.
100%, man. That's normally his game plan. He doesn't...
Oh, he gives up standing... Oh, okay. You don't see a lot of people get out of it, especially once it's locked in.
Yeah, interesting.
I actually believe the way to get out of it, again, I might be wrong here, is you hold RT and you flick the left stick diagonally towards your opponent's rear leg or lead leg to get out of it. So you're almost circling out of them.
Okay, interesting. I'll give that a try. I've always just tried to back out of it, personally. But it's definitely something I have to work on in the lab, man. I have to give that a little check-up after this, by all means.
Ooh, beautiful spinning heel kick there.
Yeah, he's measured them perfectly every time. Like I said, the range has been excellent. The flying knees. There was actually a little feint before he set that one up as well. Feinted a body knee into that flying knee.
Oh, for some reason, I felt that flying knee on my cheek when I saw the highlight. My cheekbone's hurting now. So look for a submission. Keep using your jiu-jitsu. Interesting advice.
It is. I was going to say, I mean, obviously going into this 3rd round, I think you probably need a finish if you're Dale Denton going into this 3rd round now. OG Mud likely 2 ahead on the eyes of the judges.
Definitely. I think Dale Denton definitely needs to finish. You know, the man probably does have a full gas tank knowing him. I'm looking for him to empty it right about now. Because he doesn't want to take this fight to the ground at this point. Just empty the gas tank, bro, because I just feel like you're down 2 rounds. Unless you're going to tap OG Mud out. I've never seen Dale Denton go for a submission. Gets into a rear naked choke. Not the best place to be in this early into the round against someone like OG Mud on the ground. I don't know how this is going to pan out.
Yeah, it's looking pretty deep.
Yeah, plus the sub only gets tougher as it goes in. So I think this might be it for Dale Denton. Yeah, and that is it. OG Mud secures another win.
Yeah, good on OG Mud. He had a good game plan tonight. Worked those kicks, went for the choke when it presented itself, you know, in that 3rd round. But very unfortunate for Dale. Obviously, coming off that big win last time round, takes a loss to OG Mud. But OG Mud now 2-0 within the promotion, so once again another person that we're going to see going on to bigger and bigger fights, especially if they keep putting on performances and winning like this. Obviously Dale Denton, as you mentioned earlier, very respected within the community, veteran, you know, within the promotion, been competing for a very long time, so this is a big win for OG Mud.
Definitely. And yeah, I mean, do I agree with the back saying RNC? Not necessarily. The man was winning the match. So will the result be different? Maybe. But I would have liked to see him go for maybe an armbar from that position rather than a RNC. But it is what it is.
Yeah, so sometimes, you know, when your back gets taken, these things get sunk in. It's, I don't know, man. It's hard to say there's 50-50s to get into that position. I don't think he was hunting that by any means, but, you know, like I said, went for it in that third round. I believe it was the first RNC he went for, so can't be complaining. Not spamming it, right? We do have another fun fight up straight away, though. We're going to be having Hazlad up against Polo the Chicken. This one's going to be
Hayes OG. I believe he's actually coming off of a loss to Milky Joe. If I'm not wrong, that was the fight I believe he was winning and got eaten up with an overhand from Hell from RDA.
Yeah, I believe that's correct. It was in contention for some of the knockout of the night, I believe. Milky Joe had a big knockout there, but he's had some good performances before that, you know, winning against Ginger. Hazelad's got solid hands, that likes to use them, obviously, as early and often as he can. And I think that Polo Chicken, from everything I know about the man, he's been around for quite some time as well. Not consistently performing, but starting to make performances recently, trying to get back into it, of course. Got 1 win, 1 loss, win over Rara, loss in his last outing against AJ Scott. In another big loss. So these guys trying to make performances now, but I think that's down to their play style. They fight in a while, which is in a style that's going to knock you out or get knocked out.
Yeah, I mean, both the guys are phenomenal strikers. We've seen both of them compete. We've seen, you know, how well they fight. I'm just, you know, trying to see what the pick of Nick Diaz is. I mean, he is a great boxer and he's got great jiu-jitsu, but I've never actually seen him being picked against a Masvidal. That's what I'm actually interested to see.
Yeah, it's. I think he's going to try and play it a little bit, maybe a little bit more rangy with Nick. Seems to be the game plan early, work that jab from the outside. That's a nice...
beautiful spin kick to the body.
Yes, sir. Missed the kick, though, and that can be very, very bad news if your opponent manages to catch you with a clean shot as you miss one.
Ooh, goes for a lead hook to a wheel kick, one of my favorite combos. And another front kick. Now, the reason, you know, that's switch was whiffed is, given the recent patch update, either yesterday or today, the switch kicks are slowed down significantly, especially when you move forward. That's probably why the man whiffed the kick.
We are seeing, like I said, interesting reads on each other, going for that slip hook once or twice now. I imagine that...
Goes for a 1-2 with a couple hooks, nothing too fancy. Again, you know, they're just trying to get a feel for each other, like you said, Cyrus. At this point, I'm not expecting fireworks. Maybe towards the later rounds, they both know that each other's striking quite well, and they just want to give each other the respect that they both rightfully deserve. Beautiful step backs from Polo the Chicken. Goes for a clinch attempt, does manage to get it. Is he going to go for the guillotine? No, chooses to go for the takedown and gets denied. Beautiful slip into an uppercut there from Masvidal, Hazlad. Oh, that wheel kick. If that block was, you know, a millisecond later, that could have been a huge rock. He is gassed. Oh, the man is gassed. Go for it. Oh, I feel like that was the time. If I was Polo the Chicken to go for it. Gassed Masvidal is, you know, very, very, very vulnerable to body shots.
Yeah. So that first round now, obviously very, very close until the breakout moment towards the end there. Going into the second is all to play for. I think this is really going to come down to whether or not Diaz is able to get Masvidal gassed. We're not going to be able to see Hazelad's stamina at all, of course, but the power of Masvidal is definitely going to be the game changer, as we saw again, you know, in the real life matchup, of course, between Nate Diaz and Masvidal. The power was there for him.
Yeah, maybe Nick can get done what Nate couldn't. You never know. But, you know, what I'm looking from Polo is just to circle his inside a bit more, because clearly Hazlad prefers the spinning kicks, and the best way to beat it is just circle the inside, and if he goes for a wheel kick, just lunge, do a major lunge to his inside, and he will whiff it badly. Oh, lovely slip from both the gentlemen, but Masvidal gets on top. Does get a knockdown, goes for a cage position. Let's see what he can get done. Dirty boxing from both the gentlemen. Oh, this is not a good place to be in if you're Polo the Chicken. You want to be moving outside if you're throwing punches. If you're throwing knees, you want to be moving inside.
Yeah, well, blocking that body, but he manages to get out. Now finds, obviously, himself backing Masvidal up against the cage, looking to plant on that straight a few times, but not a lot of success on it right now. Masvidal doing a great job of finding range. Spin kick. Hazlad.
Beautiful kick.
Yeah, he's pouring on the pressure as well.
Down.
I think that speaks to, obviously, the chin and everything of Diaz, man.
Another rock from Diaz. Stockton, baby. Let's fucking go. Oh, both the gentlemen, man, rocking each other's back and forth.
The slip straight again,
slip
yeah.
Straight. What a beautiful performance from both these guys. You know, this is why, you know, both of them showed respect in the earlier round to each other, because they know they are at most dangerous when they are rocked. Yeah. Goes for a flying knee, not so lucky. Could have been set up a bit better. Maybe, you know, shove the man a little bit, teep the man, then go for it. Have him walk towards you rather than do it in the pocket.
Both guys are actually very familiar with themselves. I didn't get to see the exact results, but I believe these guys fought like maybe 50 times against each other. So that really, yeah, it's. I think they've just decided now is the time to kind of start to let loose.
Again, at this point, I just don't know what either of them can do different other than be patient and wait for a slip or a pullback opportunity. I mean, Nick looks quite gassed. I'm assuming so would Hazlad. I don't see Masvidal, you know, having more stamina in this game over Nick Diaz.
No, I mean, not at this stage. You can see how low it is. I think that's partly the damage that he's been able to put out has Masvidal.
He does get... Oof, that was a lot of damage, man. Even though they were going back and forth, I believe it was Hazlad who dropped the man. So the round could easily be 10-9 towards Hazlad. I wouldn't say 10-8 because, you know, I think he did. Polo the Chicken did get some beautiful rocks in the fight.
Yeah. Well, it's all to play for going into this third and final round.
Poof. Let's see how it plays out. It could be an early knockout, or it could go to the judges. Let's see.
I mean, these guys, the way they're throwing down, I would be amazed if this went to the judges. Never say never, but they are throwing an absolute bomb so far.
And jab lead hook straight, man. That's one of my favorite combos because everyone likes to either slip the second strike or pull back the third one. And that's... Oh, that is not a whiff you want to do at this point. But Nick is gassed. He's not going to be doing much damage. Fortunately for Hazlad. I'm really liking that, you know, he's consistently switching stances, keeping him thinking, working his open side, working the, you know,
it was making me think, does Nick actually have a high switch stance? Because even if he doesn't...
I don't think so. I'm actually not sure, but I would be surprised if he has a higher switch stance.
He's using it beautifully. He's doing it intelligently. He's actually, like, backstepping when he's switching stances as well, so it's a little bit more concealed.
There you go, as you say that.
Yeah, Polo's a well-rounded fighter. I mean, both his Hazlads, both guys, I believe, fought out of, if not currently fighting out of Sprawl and Brawl. Known these guys for quite a long time. Interesting to see the ripples in their game. Obviously, the urgency is very, very high right now to try and get that finish.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like... Oh, beautiful uppercut. Works the body, works the head, sits him down. This might be it.
Nah, the Masvidal chin survives it, but he's going to continue the pressure. I don't know if he's got the stamina to continue, especially with whiffing those early shots.
Yeah, Masvidal does have a high recovery as well. I believe it's the third highest in the division after Lawler and Luque.
Okay.
I believe Masvidal's recovery is 93, maybe 94. We got Lawler at 96 and Luque at 95. Goes for the body, goes for the head, gets rocked with a lead hook, and gets sat down. Masvidal, neither of the guys have the stamina to finish at this point, so it's going to have to be a flash KO.
No, exactly. I was going to say, even though we can't see the full stamina, we did see it flash a moment ago after throwing those two shots. So seeing his body posture that he's hurting right now is Masvidal. This might be the moment for Polo Chicken to get the finish.
Gets sat down.
He's got the stamina. Oh, mate, he could have just continued to the head. That could have been it.
Cyrus. I disagree. I don't think he could have. I think
No?
2 hooks was best he could have done.
Oh, I
It,
don't know.
it takes a lot of stamina, ground and pound, especially when you have very little to offer. I feel like it was a smart move by Polo the Chicken to stand back up. Now he's seeing him rock. Maybe, he can set. See, this is where I would like to see him go down high instead of using a pause, just chain 2-piece combos together. Even though there's not enough stamina, you should have enough to do 2-piece. Ooh, he gets rocked again. Both the gentlemen, stamina.
What a battle between these two guys.
Whew. They do go the distance.
Yeah, I said I'd be surprised. I am. That was an absolute banger. These guys were not trying to go to decision by any means, throwing absolute bombs, especially from that second round onwards. A little bit of a feeling out process in the early one, but started going crazy after the first rock that happened at the end of that first round.
Pollo the Chicken. Being told it isn't Polo, it is Pollo. El Pollo Loco.
Pollo, okay.
Ooh, who gets it? I don't know. Pollo the Chicken secures the win. What a beautiful performance from both the gentlemen there. Lovely back and forths. I mean, rightfully so. If they've been their sparring partners for a while by the looks of it. That sets up the card very nicely into the next fight, which is Easy Nuke versus AJS Puggernaut in lightweight division.
Yeah.
Now, yes, Aris, I was just going to say, I have fought Puggernaut multiple times. The man is a beast on the stand. Can hold his own on the ground. How about Easy Nuke? Have you had any experience against him?
I haven't personally, once again, but coming out of the Easy camp, I'm expecting big things. I believe that this isn't his debut by any stretch. He has fought with us before, picking up a win in one of the last matches up against BSD Cross. Managed to get a third round knockout in Primetime 13. So expecting big things from Nuke. He's coming out looking pretty good at the moment. I do respect Pug's game as an all-round fighter, though. He's got great hands. He currently eating some shots, though, and you've got to be careful of the power of Chandler.
Definitely. Again, I've always called Chandler to be the BT Volkanovski, and I still stand by that. I just feel like Volkanovski is going to show Chandler what is what, and I don't see anyone doing it better than Pug himself. So this should definitely be a good fight.
Yeah, right now Chandler's stamina already becoming a little bit of a problem, but he is throwing some big shots.
No, he is getting those leg kicks checked as well. Don't let it deceive you. He gets the damage through, but Pug is doing a very good job of checking them. You can see both those guys, their leg health is evening out. Yeah. As I say, that the man goes for a clinch and secures a beautiful takedown.
Right now, from Puggernaut's doing a great job of when he gets the opportunity to work his hands and the inside kicks. Got to be a little bit careful of those teeps and the missed kicks like that, though.
Goes for a power double. Now, power double denials are very hard, Cyrus. I believe the denial window is very, very short.
I believe it's a pre-deny. I could be wrong, but I believe it's a pre-deny. At least that's the way it feels when I'm playing.
Yeah, I would agree. I never managed to deny the power takedowns. They are very, very hard to deny.
Yeah, only reacted.
Sweet.
Only proactively, but yeah, this is a good position if you're finding Volkanovski here. I mean, Puggernaut's doing a good job, finds himself sinking in this arm triangle. Plenty of time on the clock, but going to be tough. Maybe just reading where his opponent moved and how he reacted. Good denial.
I just don't see Volk having a high submission stats. I don't remember it, but I just don't imagine Volkanovski having a very high submission stats to back it up.
It's very true. Yeah, the higher submission stats definitely help, but I think it also depends on the submission defense of your opponent. I think that if it's in the high 80s, it's more than achievable, unless you're fighting somebody like a Brian Ortega or one of those that have very, very high submission defense.
Nice. I like that he switched it up by going for back setting. Now, what Puck could have done there is keep his right stick flicking right to deny the transition and get the top mount sweep there. That would have been nice to see.
Yeah, after that round now, Chandler did some great work with damage-wise and so on, but he's looking a little bit bust up, and the stamina is seemingly becoming a little bit of a problem. We'll have to see how he
we get
recovers.
to see the stats. How nice.
Yeah, see a lot of missed significant strikes there from Chandler, causing the stamina attacks, but he's recovered very, very well in between rounds. Oh, the Rock!
The 1-2 sits him down. Volk is very dangerous in the pocket, man. You have to be careful. Goes for another clinch, gives him a couple knee.
Yeah, both guys have really, really deceiving power. Got those short statures, throw heavy bombs in both hands.
Definitely. Now, I feel like AJS might have just... The first round, I'm not too sure who got it, even though, Nuke did land a lot more significant strikes. AJS had more control time and total strikes thrown. But second round looks like it's already in AJ's favor, and he's doing some dirty boxing in the clinch. You don't want to clinch and dirty box with Volkanovski, man. The hands are going to be destroying through your block.
Yeah, we've seen Nuke try to go for the takedown, but it's hard when your opponent's punching you in the face. Another nice takedown defense there from AJS the Pug. He's doing a good job tonight, showing some of the adjustments he's made with his camp. I mean, you see him making, continued improvements every time he comes out. Very dangerous, and Nuke getting all he can handle at the moment. Starting to get tagged up a little bit, and the stamina waning. He's not able to secure that.
This might be a good time for him to set up maybe a standing guillotine or something, because AJ's Pug is always blocking low, expecting you to go for a takedown in the clinch after a knee. So, switch it up. Keep him thinking.
You can get a knee to your opponent's face, as he does right there. That's good work, and not able to secure the takedown again.
Beautiful scramble. I believe he was going for a bail there.
Pug is really all over the defense tonight, and it's paying dividends for him. The stamina attack's obviously quite high now when you miss these takedowns or get them defended, but he gets a power double leg once more.
Yeah, man, these power takedowns are very, very hard to deny. Gives up half guard, gets back into full guard. Now, you want to be very, very patient if you're Pug, because you don't want to be, swaying your head to the left and right, because what that will do is give Chandler a free transition. Gets the sweep again. Beautiful work.
Yeah, he's doing a great job, his Pug, in the grappling exchanges especially. I mean, obviously he's always known that he's had good hands, but the grappling is coming a long, long way with him. Yeah.
He does have enough time to get it in. You only need 42 seconds.
Not sure if he's going to. The defense seems good.
Yeah, I feel like Pug was maybe too stiff on the triggers there. You need to be a lot more gentle with them, and you use them like a seesaw almost. One up, one low, one up, one low, and very gently. Now, this is something I really would suggest against using what Nuke was doing there, throwing with the hand that's holding the head, because that's a free posture up for Pug.
And you see a lot of people do it as well. Throwing with that lead hand, or the hand that's on the collar of the head. Like you say, can't be doing it. It allows your opponents to posture up. Often allows them then to get a free transition as well. Puts you in a much, much worse position. So, anybody watching, don't do that. Number one rule.
Yeah, I mean, there is one specific situation that I think he's eating a lot of hooks. What I was going to say was there is one scenario where I think it is okay to do it, and if you're throwing an elbow or just one punch with the hand holding the head, as I say, that he gets dropped down again. This is not a good place to be for Easy Nuke. If he wants to win this fight, he needs to get a finish, because I believe the last round was a 10-8. This round could very well be a 10-9 at best.
Yeah, he's having some troubles right now. Still plenty of time on the clock, though. And honestly, the stamina is actually evened out a lot more than you'd think. But head health advantage, leaning towards Pug. He's doing a good job of popping him in the face once again right now.
I don't know if I agree with that kick from Pug there. I think if he just went for another hook or a straight, that could have been the fight. He had no head health, no block left.
You could well be right. I mean, we are really seeing Nuke go for this finish, man. He needs it as well, but I don't know if he's maybe trying to overly force it. We're seeing AJ as the Pug kind of go for those 1-2s. If he can maybe slip on one of those entries and try to catch maybe a slip counter of his own, try and get a little bit of damage off.
Ooh. I mean, Nuke is just letting him have it at this point with those hooks, man. He does not care. Beautiful kick to the leg up, peak vulnerability. That's what you like to see using, Volk, and he's got 3-star, 4-star leg kicks.
Yeah, and 5-star lead leg kicks, I believe.
There you go. Does manage to get insta guard. This is very, very dangerous if you were AJS the Pug, but he manages to stay calm, slip out of it.
Yeah, he's shown very, very good defense. He's got to be careful, though. There's plenty of time left in this, and obviously we're seeing Chandler pushing the pace, trying to get that finish.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Chandler, you're going to need a finish at this point, right? I don't see
believe
Chandler
so.
winning by judges' scorecard.
I believe so. You never know, but I believe so. He's definitely going for it, but got to be careful of overextending. I mean, obviously, AJS the Pug staying composed, landing some big shots now with 1:10 on the clock.
Again, he just wants to work those legs at this point. I don't blame the man. He knows he's got the round in his pocket. Beautiful rock there. And what a finish with that haymaker from hell.
Brought that from the nether realm.
Yeah, I think that's a nuke right to the Shadow Realm. Maybe he could say hi to Ja Rule while he's there for me. But yeah, man.
That's a big win for Pug, man. He put on a good performance here tonight, start to finish. I think he looked very, very good all round. Landed a big overhand for the finish, and very, very impressed by his performance all round.
Yeah, and Nuke is no, easy opponent, man. You can't just walk through the man. I think Pug just managed to catch him on a day. If these guys had 10 fights, all of them would end in different results.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, coming out of a camp like Easy, you knew that they were going to be much like AJS. You know that they're going to be very tough opponents. But tonight it's all about Pug, man. He picks up a very, very big win. Great work by him. With that being said, though, brother, we are going to be moving on to obviously the main event of the prelims, or the featured fight of the prelims. That is going to be Milky Joe up against Lepo. Obviously, you're a gentleman that sparred with Milky Joe quite a bit, I believe. Maybe even Lepo a little bit.
Yeah, Lepo is my campmate. Milky Joe is my sparring partner. That's been there, well, since I started UFC 4, actually. I think we've had just under 200 fights by now.
Okay, well, okay. Fun in that way.
And Lepo, man, he is very, very, very dangerous. I've sparred with both these guys. I mean, both of them have whooped my ass multiple times. I'm very, very keen to see what adjustments both of them have made. Now, Milky Joe did come off a win. Could be class lucky. It was the haymaker that won him the fight. But I feel like he might come back to make a statement, and Lepo might just shut him down. So I'm really interested to see this fight happen. I believe they're actually going to be fighting in the welterweight class.
It's going to be an interesting matchup. I believe that's correct. I believe they're fighting in welterweight. Like I say, Lepo's a very, very dangerous opponent. You know that he's going to be coming out of the ICB camp. And Milky Joe, I've only fought him a couple of times, but you hear very, very good things. And he's given me plenty of a run for my money. Beat me a few times in those ranked spots. So interested to see how he performs, under the lights here tonight.
Oh, sorry. You need to uninstall the game if Milky Joe's giving you toughness. But come on.
He's mate. He's seems to be a fairly well-rounded fighter all round. You obviously maybe have the secret sauce for him. Maybe we'll have to see that fight in future, but I would expect you to know his style fairly well with those 200 fights, as you mentioned.
No, definitely. Beautiful way to start the fight, and the lunging jab,
Wow. Milky Joe's being rocked early, yeah.
He slips into the hook. That is not good. Not especially this early into the fight against someone like Lepo, who is closing you in against the cage.
If you were going to see a rock this early, you wouldn't have expected it to be from Diaz. He normally takes a little bit, time to be able to get his opponent's work down, but he's doing a good job of staying in his face.
Like I said, man, Lepo is very, very, very aggressive. Now, what I'm noticing already is Lepo's right leg isn't looking very solid. He might need to keep an eye on that. Joe is doing a very good job of working the body and the head. I think Joe just needs to stay a little bit more patient and let Lepo come to him instead of going to him. He still has enough room, even though he's behind the black blinds by the cage. He's still got enough room to, sway around, lunge around. So I wouldn't really tense up at this point. Beautiful work on the leg kicks there.
Yeah, it's important to stay composed, even if you suffer a little bit of early adversity. You can't instantly throw everything out and kind of go to plan C instantly. You've just got to stay composed.
Ooh, what a head kick. See, now that's what those leg kick setups are.
Yeah.
They are very deceiving, right? A lot of people have adapted to that style now, where they throw a couple of leg kicks or body kicks and then switch it right up to a head kick.
Yeah, I mean, it's the age-old tactic, isn't it? Keep kicking them low, and then it sets up the head kick. It's hard not to. It doesn't matter even if you know it's coming. It's just about predicting the right one, because your opponent chopping at your legs becomes a problem, man.
Ooh, that leg is looking very low. If I'm Lepo, I would really like to switch stance, regardless of how strong the switch stance is, and get the recovery come into play during the end of the round.
Yeah, it's something that you should definitely be looking to lean on at this point. There's only 1 minute 45 left on the clock in this opening round. You've had some good success yourself. Don't want to let that lead leg get chewed up anymore, as it does right there.
As we say that, I don't know how good of a timing it was to switch stance at this point, but better late than never. Let's see what kind of success he has at this point.
He just checks that
nice
one.
Block.
Yeah, good work from him. He's going to need a lot more of that in order to dissuade Milky Joe from continuing to throw that leg kick.
Definitely. Now, Joe is doing a really good job of,
there it is.
Gets a nice leg rock back in his favor. He really needed that.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt, but it's just 2 solid leg checks is all it really took right there to kind of change the tide of the leg kick battle. Obviously, I think he's going to continue to go to it as Milky Joe, though. His leg's looking pretty good, even though he's taking 2 stuns to it.
Yeah, I think it was a lot of those, little calf kicks that you don't see add up until it's too late. Now, what I'm noticing, which I'm sure Lepo probably is as well, is his body health is going down with his leg. Coming into the second round, if I'm Lepo, I want to let Joe push me behind the cage. And I want to punish him for his mistakes. I don't want to be the one getting punished.
Yeah, he was walking forward a lot there. I think that was to crowd these leg kicks, and man, he really needs to switch that stance now. He can't continue to take these leg kicks.
Yeah, I'm glad to see him, having switch stance now. Just let that leg rest for a bit. Maybe use it when you absolutely need to, and just keep checking, because Joe hasn't switched stance. He's still throwing the leg kick from the same leg.
Yeah, and once again, as we said earlier, 1 or 2 checks, and well, as we saw earlier, 1 or 2 checks can really just change it. Your opponent's leg can be completely goners.
Lands a beautiful switch kick there. Ooh, goes high.
Yeah, and he, like you say, setting it up with all those lovely leg kicks, throwing up the one very, very well hidden. They're kind of naked. He's not setting them up to be, behind anything, but those can be the confusing ones after all of the leg kicks that have accumulated.
Definitely, and it's not just leg work from Joe, right? He's also working the body. It's actually really nice to see. Now I can see why Lepo would be confused as to if he's going high or low, because he's going everywhere.
He really is. He's mixing it up fantastically well. Got a dangerous opponent against him, though. He just got slip counted right there, seeing his health get low. Got to be very careful, even though he's getting the success. Looks like Lepo is being extremely aggressive and gets the rock.
What a rock from Lepo. I'm trying to see if he can manage to set him down, because he really needs to set him down to secure this round.
Yeah, he's throwing everything, including the kitchen sink at him right now.
Beautiful takedown. And lovely sweep from Milky Joe there. Goes for a kick straight away. And another leg kick. Now
double low and high, brother.
Oh, classic. Oh, sits. I don't even know what sat him down there. I think it was just a barrage of exchanges from both the gentlemen.
Honestly, one of these guys could be out of this very, very soon. They're throwing absolute bombs at the moment. Still 1:30 to go. Been rocks on both ends. Head health flashing, body health flashing.
Yeah, we did see the similar matchup last time around that favored Diaz towards the win, that got the distance. His body is weak. Oh, there's very little body health. Now, I feel like Joe messed up there by going up top. If he maybe landed a body straight there, that could have sat him down.
Yeah, he's trying to get... Oh, he goes for the straight again, lands it. This is good work. Lepo is in real trouble.
Ooh. Yeah, I don't know what Lepo can do at this point, but be patient and look for a pullback or a slip counter. Oh, beautiful double hit there.
Yeah, it's great work on the inside. When he's going first, he does great. It's just, obviously, you've got to take a couple of moments to breathe, obviously, and in those moments, Milky Joe is finding a home and mixing up the lovely check. He needed that right there.
Ooh, beautiful head kick. Gets a rock. Let's see if he can sit him down. Oh, it was
one punch. That was one punch.
Yeah, that was probably just a jab away from a sit down there at that point. Again, both these guys, you know, throwing 120 strikes around.
Yeah, high outputs.
I'm very, very interested to see the adjustments Lepo is going to be making towards this round, because I feel like Joe might be getting comfortable, but you know, it's not the best person to get comfortable against. As you saw in the last round, the tide can change real quick.
Yeah, we've seen it in each of these rounds, man. First round, but back and forth, the leg kicks there for him.
Leg rock.
And that's his good leg. Oh,
I would like to see. Oh, what a beautiful.
And that's why you
followed by a head kick.
That's why you've got to be dangerous, man. As we mentioned earlier, Lepo is a game dog for, you know, to the end. Very, very aggressive, and is looking to make you to force you into making a mistake.
Now, if I'm Lepo here, I'm just looking to, you know, just wait. I know I got the round. Interesting, he goes for the RNT. I would have probably gone for the top mount. But let's see if he can secure it. It is very, very tight.
Is he going to get it? The escape is looking pretty good, but it's going to get deeper as he gets over that halfway line.
Exactly. It will get deeper as it goes over. So, I feel like Joe might be fine.
Yeah, he did a good job at defending that. That's excellent work from Milky Joe. Submission defense on point this evening.
Lovely get up there using the cage. Chooses to back off. I don't know if I agree with the strategy. I probably would have taken his back. Oh, gets a body rock, and the body hit health is very, very low.
I think Lepo's feeling that he needs to finish right here.
And rightfully so. I mean, actually, I do not know. He did get a couple drops this round.
I don't know if it's 100% correct, but it seems in the way he's fighting, that's the way he maybe feels, or kind of visually, he's the one pushing the action. But Milky Joe is trying to take his head off.
Yeah, it's just low, high, low. Oh, as we say that again, man, both these guys rocking each other. What a knockdown. Beautiful up kick. Goes for a leg kick. I'm assuming a head kick followed. Man. Oh, this is not looking good for Lepo. Oh, he does manage to post it. Oh, wow. Wow, I'm actually surprised by the finish. He stopped 2 or 3 strikes there. Beautiful work from Joe either way. I'm actually surprised I actually got him out of there that soon.
Yeah, that's I mean, impressive work. Was that through the block as well, or? Not too sure. There are do apologize. Up next there, the card is not fully reflective of all the fights it would appear, but we do have ICB Mist up against BSD Pudgy. Should make for another great fight. Interesting to see how this one obviously shakes up. We know that Great Mist has fantastic all-round grappling. Recently over UFC 4 especially, been working on that pressure striking, and has been doing fantastically well across a number of different promotions with that style. I mean, obviously you've fought him quite a lot, being a fellow ICB member.
Again, Mist is best described or compared to a feral dog. I've said it multiple times. If the man, I don't know, man. He is going to overwhelm you with body work. But Pudgy, you know, he's another beautiful sparring partner of mine. A great fighter. I would probably describe Pudgy's fighting style as well-rounded. The man can grapple, the man can tap you out, the man can knock you out. So this should definitely make for an interesting fight. If Pudgy can drag it to the later rounds, he's probably going to have more success. If the fight does not go past second round, I would be surprised if Pudgy managed to get the dub within those first 2 rounds. Yeah,
he's trying to serve up some bean pies. Is Pudgy over there, man? Got his man Adam.
his good old grandma is cooking up some bean pies. So yeah, let's see who's going to be getting those pies.
Honestly, though, this is a highly anticipated match. I respect both guys very, very much so in terms of their all-round games on UFC 4, so it's a pleasure to call this one. It's going to be a fun fight. I think I just saw that that was in the featherweight division. Yeah, all to play for, man. All to play for.
Definitely. Oh, interesting pick with the Stephens. The heaviest hitting featherweight fighter. Hardest hitting? Heaviest hitting?
Yeah, the real hardest hitting 145.
Yeah. Ready to fight? Who the fuck is that guy?
Let's do it. Let's go.
Let's see if Pudgy can make easy work out of Stephens, man. Stephens is very deceiving in this game. Not only does he have the hands, he's also got a decent chin.
Yeah, no, I really, really like Stephens as a pick. His jab is phenomenal. Comes out very, very fast. Has good power in his hands and in his kicks.
He's also got a jumping knee, which not many people know about.
Yeah.
Again, straight to the bodywork, man. You will not see mist behind the black line. That man does not know that part of the cage exists.
I honestly don't think the guy knows how to take too many steps backwards. I think it's like one step maximum at the entire. He likes to march forward, maybe sidestep a little bit, but definitely on the advancing side. But Pudgy's not having any of it right now. He's taking that center and throwing hands.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably the best way to go, right? Against a pressure fighter, you want to pressure them right back because you want to beat them in their own game because pressure fighters don't know what to do when they get pressured back. But Mist is a vet. He is very well-rounded and he fights, pretty much all the guys in the top level. So I would be surprised if Pudgy can throw something at him that he hasn't seen already.
Yeah, I mean, against a pressure fighter, by all means, you do want to get their respect and show that they can't just walk forward and throw, with reckless abandon. But got to be a little bit careful. As you mentioned, Great Mist very, very good at that pressure style. That's the way he likes to fight. So got to make sure to mix it up a little bit. Can't be standing there and getting caught slacking. That body rip was beautiful there.
Yeah, that is patented body double hook from Mist there. He will expect, he will bait you into throwing uppercut just so he can slip you and keep getting more damage into that body. So it is very, very tricky to fight against Mist.
Pudgy's doing a great job of keeping those simple shots right now. Throwing 1-2s in his face, throwing hooks behind it. This is a very, very interesting first round, 3 minutes in. Very, very competitive.
Yeah, I mean, Pudgy does really like to fight off his jab. I hope that Mist can make a read on it and maybe slip the first jab or set up a straight to interrupt his jab because Pudgy is really, really dangerous when he starts fighting behind his jab. And you don't want to give that man the opportunity.
I was going to say he's doing a good job, with the top control there, but Great Mist doing an excellent job of getting a reversal of position. As I mentioned a little bit earlier on in the broadcast, he was a grappler when we first met the man, so he's got that deep-rooted grappling base that he's obviously looking to employ here with 42 seconds left on the clock. Oh, I say that and he separates.
Yeah, and rightfully so, right? He did have a lot of good success in the stand-up, as I say, that goes to the body. Now, Pudgy did have good success working his legs. I would like to see him do that a bit more. Retreat a little bit, use the RTRB retreat. Don't plant your strikes against someone like Mist, who's going to be utilizing, pullbacks and slips. Oh, wow, he drops him with those hooks. Damn,
as you say that, man, the trade, you got to think as well, I mean, the Volkanovski is a very, very good pick for Pudgy here. It's a good matchup for him. I feel up against the Stephens. Stephens has got a lot of power, but I think out the two, they're very similar in terms of their, the tools that they have available to them. But the cardio may be playing a little bit of a factor as this fight goes on. It does look very, very even right now, but I think that's down to the exceptional bodywork from Great Mist.
No, definitely. And as you can see, the block is also getting worked a little bit. Now, knowing Mist, that's exactly what I was going to say. He is going to be, trying to get a pullback on either your first or your third strike. So you need to be really careful against throwing circular strikes or starting with circular strikes. Beautiful clinch from there. Goes for the takedown. Sekiosa this time around. Let's see what he can do with it. Goes for a stack guard. Does manage to get it. This is very, very bad place to be for Mist. Eats a lot of hooks. That is going to cost him dearly. And he gives up another stack guard and he eats a lot of straights. Slips out. Oh, man.
Yeah, he's pouring on the pressure.
That was too close. Yeah, Pudgy's doing really well. I'm, really impressed by Pudgy's performance so far.
I mean, a great matchmaking. These guys throwing bombs. There's
the signature pullback. As I was saying, you need to be careful, man, by throwing those circular strikes against this man. The only strike you can throw is spinning strikes.
Oh,
another pullback works the body. Signature.
This might be it right here. This is going to be tough.
I don't know. That is it. Beautiful fight from both the gentlemen. I mean, Pudgy did say he's going to go for fight of the night. I don't see that not being fight of the night contender right there.
Yeah,
beautiful performance from both the gentlemen.
Absolute war, man. These guys came to put on a show, and that's exactly what they did. If it wasn't for all of the fights we got on tonight, that could have well been a 5-round fight, and the main event, highly anticipated fight from two very respected fighters within the promotion. So great win from Great Mist over a well-respected Pudgy. Pudgy put on a good fight himself, like you say, probably fight of the night. We've had many contenders for it, but hard to kind of go against that one.
No, definitely. And we move on to the co-main event, BFAP Chiss versus BSD God Ate My Pig.
Yeah, it's this is a fun fight, man. I mean, we've seen God Ate My Pig, I believe suffering a loss in his last outing up against Mikey Boy in a very, very tough fight. Coming back, obviously, up against Chiss now. Chiss having some ups and downs himself recently. Putting on some great performances when he has. We know how dangerous the man is, especially when he manages to get the fight to the ground. Just having a little double check of their records right now. I do apologize just to correct myself. Chiss is actually on a killing
Chiss is
streak.
actually coming up. Yeah, he came off a 4-fight winning streak. I was surprised that you mentioned, he's had ups and downs.
Yeah, no, my apologies. I mean, he did obviously lose his first, in his early part a couple of times, but since then I do apologize. He has gone on an absolute killing spree. Was it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 straight wins? Obviously coming.
Was it 5? Apologies, I thought it was 4.
Yeah, showing 5 as a quick count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, he's doing great work, and obviously God Ate My Pig. Been very, very high in the rankings, so defending his spot right now up against the dangerous Chiss. Obviously, last loss against Mikey, but beating some big names like Mystic Mac a number of times, EMH, and names of the such prior to that. So fun fight. Looks like this one's going to be in the middleweight division.
This is actually a really good matchup for Chiss to test his skills, right? Because God Ate My Pig, not only can he grapple, he's a phenomenal striker. And I'm actually surprised Chiss went with Whittaker, because Chiss is a predominant grappler. I know he does like to work on his striking and showcase his striking, not that, it lacks in any sort. But I feel like Chiss might have put himself in the back foot by giving up that edge by not picking someone like either Souza or Manson against Whittaker.
Very possibly, man. I mean, obviously, it's a very well-rounded pick. Is Whittaker, got the hands to boot, and he can wrestle a little bit, but that's a big uppercut to start out with. God Ate My Pig. Dangerous.
Yeah.
You could very well be right.
Is scary, man. I've fought this man in rank multiple times. He is a phenomenal striker. He will. I would like to call God Ate My Pig as a composed pressure fighter. He knows when to pressure. He knows when to back off. But even when he backs off, he keeps you thinking about him moving forward. That's what I really like about fighting God Ate My Pig. Now, Chiss is striking, like I said, not that he lacks in any kind, but I just feel like it's going to be a true test against someone like God Ate My Pig, who's a predominant striker.
Yeah, no, definitely. But he lands a good shot right there.
Yeah, I mean, when we grappled, I told the man to be a little bit more composed and a little bit more patient. Clearly, that seems to be working so far in his favor. And Whittaker does have a high recovery and a decent chin, so he should be fine against another Whittaker as long as he can manage to land, some of those haymakers.
Yeah, it's on the inside, man. These boxing combinations are getting dangerous.
Yeah, and you already saw God Ate My Pig go for a pullback, right? Oh, as I say that, he lands a dirty hook. Now you need to be careful of those pullbacks because it will be night in this division, man. You can sits him down with a beautiful uppercut and goes for a takedown. Let's see if he can manage to make use of it. in his favorite side control position. Now, this is the most dangerous position to be in against chess. It's the side control, not even the crucifix, actually. It's the side control on side saddle. Because that man will sit here for a whole 5 minutes of the round.
Yeah, definitely. He's got a very, very vicious top control. He does work ground and pound when he gets an opportunity to. He'll well, really take anything that you give him. You know, obviously any kind of position. If you give him an opportunity to sub you, he will. If he gets an opportunity to ground you out, he will. Very dangerous in all kind of facets on the ground is chess. Not where you want to find yourself if you got Ate My Pig, especially with even just a minute left on the clock. There's still a lot that can be done.
Definitely. Now, I'm looking for Chis to just posture up and get some ground and pound done. Because the head health is still, fair bit lower than Got It My Pig. I'm surprised he gets back up. I feel like he should have just stayed there and got more ground and pound in. Oh, gets a slip straight in, eats an uppercut, underhook.
Yeah.
Don't know how long this is
Oh,
going
mate,
to go.
this
His
is...
head health is quite low, and that is it. The undefeated streak comes to an end by God Ate My Pig. Beautiful fight from both the guys. Again, just had a lot of success in the stand-up, but I just felt like he would have had much more success finishing the round on the ground. But God Ate My Pig made sure, he wasn't letting this go to second round.
No, definitely. That was a great win from him. Obviously, Chess, very, very respected opponent. Lands some beautiful hands and followed it up. I mean, you can't really do too much when you're that injured, and your opponent has still got full stamina, raining down those shots.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, having said that, we are off to the main event.
Yes, sir.
ICB, Gym, BFAP, Trickzzy, the camp that's being at it, champ, who is contender, the man that's being the champ, the man that's looking to retain the belt. What cannot be said about this main event, Cyrus? Anything you can imagine, everything can be said. We got a grappler, we got a striker, we got a pressure fighter, we got a pressure, ground and pound artist. Oh my god, this is a beautiful main event.
Yeah, not quite. Honestly, it is. It's really, really highly anticipated. We've got Trickzzy. Everybody comes from the BFAP camp, a camp of predominantly wrestlers, right? Obviously, got a well-rounded games. Predominantly, they are grapplers. So comes from a very deep cap of grappling. Knows what to expect on those sorts of sorts of attacks. But he's up against the only guy that he's ever lost to within PrimeTime in UFC 4 in ICB Honest Gym. Honest Gym has been on an absolute tear. He's been winning, virtually all of his fights right now. Earned himself a title shot, and he's in an ideal position to maybe get himself the chance at Primetime Gold right now. Right now, he's you've obviously sparred with the gentleman a lot, coming from ICB, predominantly wrestler, but likes to box behind it as well. Mixes it up on you, very, very well.
No, definitely, Cyrus. Couldn't have said it better. I have sparred with both the gentlemen. Trickzzy has a scary round too. I think he's the most dangerous in the second round. He's finished me multiple times in the second round. And Jim is someone who's actually very patient. And you cannot compare sparring Jim or even fighting Jim in rank to the way Jim fights in league fights. This man in league fights is a totally different beast. He has no chill whatsoever, and he will do pretty much anything he can to get the dub. His name might be Honest, but I have seen him to play dirty a little bit here and there, so I'm interested to see if he can trick Trickzzy off the belt.
No, 100%, man, 100%. Like this is a rematch with title implications. It's two of honestly the best fighters around. Like you say, they compete very, very well, especially when the lights are on them. These guys, they really do rise to the occasion. Interesting to see how they
Jim
go
does
down,
have a lead. I am liking what I'm seeing so far.
Even though you're going to try and stay impartial, of course, it's
of course.
Honest Jim against Trickzzy.
Oh yeah, of course. ICB, huh?
Honestly, though, we know how dangerous Trickzzy is. He is the champion for a reason. Previously in IFL, became double champ. at one point held a massive streak at title defenses to rival Chase Me Fam that we saw compete yesterday. So he is dangerous in all facets, and he isn't looking to get rid of this belt anytime soon. So we'll have to see if Jim's able to pry it away from him tonight.
I cannot wait for this matchup, man. Like, Trickzy's Dustin is very, very scary. As much as I would love for Jim to bring home the belt, I just know how scary Trickzy's Dustin is. And you already see him, kick off things with the leg kick and body work. Just, oh, wow. I'm not sure if he meant to go for a takedown there, or it was just a straight that was, turned into a takedown by Classic EA. Beautiful hands from Jim. Now, I'm looking for Jim to utilize more of those leg kicks, given 3-star leg kicks from Eddie. We have seen, Alvarez Picks have a lot more success in our league, especially by utilizing the leg kicks over anything else. He also has a decent switch kick. Even though the patch has slowed it down, if you manage to plant on your switch kick, you should have decent success. He's eating up a lot of shots from Trickzzy at this point.
Yeah, Trickzy's doing a very good job of staying on the outside. He likes to make reads as the fight goes on, and isn't going to empty his gas tank, especially early. Like you say, very, very dangerous in the second round onwards. That's really where he comes to life. Honest Jim, we're seeing exactly what we would expect from him. He's trying to take the center of the cage, push Trickzzy up behind that black line, and see if he can force a mistake.
Beautiful teep kick. Yeah, sorry, Saris. I'm actually liking, what both the guys are doing, because Jim is pressuring the pressure fighter, and Trickzzy is doing great job of fighting from the outside. What I'm not liking so much is Jim's leg health. It is taking a huge hit. Jim might want to consider switch taunting or taking the man down, because that leg health is going to cost him dearly in the later rounds. As I say that, he takes him down. Beautiful work.
Yeah, no, it really is. This is where he wants to be. Like I said, though, the champion comes out of a very, very highly respected grappling camp, so he's gonna know exactly the types of things he needs to defend against a dangerous Honest Jim.
No, definitely. Jim does posture up. Now, Jim is too composed for you to basically sweep him when he's posted up. I've fought this man multiple times. Gives up rubber guard. I wonder if he's going to go for a stack guard. No, he just chooses to posture up out of rubber guard. Goes for another rubber guard. Now, if I'm Trickzzy, all I'm looking to do is... Oh, wow. Gets a denial. Beautiful work from Trickzzy there.
I love this right here. This is exactly something I like to do personally. Once you've got that first denial off, you can just rain down elbows on your opponent, especially 50 seconds left on the clock. Starts to really chip away at that head health damage and play a major factor going into that second round. That's great work from...
sweep.
Great work from the champion. Honest Jim needs to make some adjustments here. This isn't where he wants to find himself with 30 seconds on the clock.
No, definitely. That's a lovely denial on the choke there.
Yeah, staying composed. It's I don't think there was enough time to get that one in. Of course, only 30 seconds left on the clock. But
oh, wow. I believe he just cancelled out Trickzy's knee on belly with a half guard. I've actually never seen that transition play out quite well like that.
Obviously, the perfect timing out there from Honest Jim. He's doing good work defensively. You know, when he found himself on the bottom, even though he was very, very much hurt. But that round has to go towards the champion. Honest Jim's going to have to make some adjustments coming into this next round. Oh, I say that the significant. I could be maybe a little bit wrong. It depends on how he rates that. It's a little bit edge of significant strikes to Jim, but top control.
But Trickzzy did land almost. Actually, I think he landed just more than twice the strikes of Honest Jim.
In total, I did not catch that, so that's a very good read.
I believe it was 31 to 65, if I remember correctly.
Oh, I just caught that back on a glimmer. That's absolutely correct.
Oh, this is now I'm actually worried for Jim here, because his head health is blinking, his leg is low. That's not a kick you want to whiff at this point in time, especially in round 2 against Trickzzy. Goes for a pullback, stays patient, stays composed, doesn't queue up combos. For those of you who don't know, if you don't queue up combos, even the vulnerability won't do as much damage.
Well, obviously, we're seeing the champion staying very composed. He's now taking the center of the cage.
Beautiful slip from that. Beautiful lunge from Jim. Yeah, I mean, if I'm Jim, I'm just looking to take this back to the ground and wait it out. Maybe even, be a wet blanket for the next 3 rounds. Just tire Trickzzy out and then go for a finish in the 5th round. I'm not really looking to box the man. I'm surprised with Jim's, strategy here.
Partially, probably down to the takedown defense of Trickzzy is fairly well known, so looking to maybe set it up.
What a beautiful pullback there. I wish Trickzzy came back with an uppercut, man. That could have been night-night.
Trickzzy showing his there. Oh, I thought he had that for a moment.
Scrambles. Yeah, so did I. Belly-to-belly action with a beautiful scramble from Trickzzy. I don't see this championship round going 5 rounds, Cyrus. I really don't. The leg health is low, the head health is low. Goes for a takedown, secures it this time around. Beautiful work from Jim there.
Yeah, that's good work from Jim. He needed that right there. We're going to have to see if he's able to maintain this position. Finds himself in the full guard of Dustin Poirier, which is not exactly where you want to be, especially with the rubber guard availability, but Jim's going to be aware of that and probably looking to pre-deny it if he can.
No, definitely. Now, Trickzzy is going to keep his eye on the rubber guard. As I said, he actually goes for a sweep, which is very, very smart. He did have a full GA build-up, especially after getting the denial on the half guard.
Yeah. So this is the primetime main event 13. It's what we all wanted to see. Jim via
Beautiful composure
Trickzzy.
from Trickzzy there.
And this is the rematch that's living up to all the hype, man.
Definitely. I mean, so far it's going Trickzy's way. But again, we've seen fights go someone's way till the last minute and then a random overhand end the fight. So I really wouldn't just count Jim out just yet. Gets a beautiful denial on the posture up there.
Definitely not, man. Jim is dangerous till the very, very end. He's a gamer through and through. Trickzy's obviously having a very, very good performance so far. He's not really making any mistakes to allow Jim to capitalize on. I wonder if the grappling is going to start to maybe play a little bit against him in terms of the stamina, though. Does seem to be losing quite a bit of stamina in these exchanges. Does Trickzzy?
Yeah. Now Eddie does, I believe, has better grapple stamina over Dustin, so that should be fine. Now I feel like Jim is probably out of the danger zone for now. Later rounds Trickzzy is dangerous, but I feel like second round is where he is the most dangerous from all my fights with him. So I feel like Jim can take a little bit of a breather, maybe listen to his corner a bit more. Lovely retreat there. That is really, really good.
That straight is beautiful.
That straight, man. You don't want to throw a strike as the straight is coming, right? Because that will rock you, especially when it's planted. And someone like Trickzzy, what I like about Trickzzy is he doesn't plant on every strike, he doesn't move on every strike. He plants on one, he moves on the other, which is very hard to read.
Yeah, he's an intelligent striker, has been for a very, very long time. Dangerous.
Beautiful hook, doubles up on the body. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're all good, brother. He's smelling blood right now and he's pouring on the pressure. Jim's going to have to make some major adjustments, maybe try to get a takedown if he can, but it's going to be difficult with Trickzzy marching forward like this and really catching everything he's throwing.
Yeah, maybe the man is upset that I said only second round is dangerous. He wants to show that all rounds are dangerous.
No, you better believe it, man. He is he's a phenomenal striker, really is. Lands lovely uppercut.
Oh, this is not looking great for Jim. What a beautiful head work from Jim there. Head movement, sorry.
Oh, the straight again. He's finding a home for it, sniping with it.
Eating him up and he ducks into an uppercut. This is not looking good for Jim. He eats those hooks. Oh, and that. Oh, wow. Okay, I thought that could be it. My heart kind of stopped there for a second.
Oh, very, very, very close to it, man. Jim showing his veteran savvy to survive that onslaught, though. And Trickzzy, looks fairly content to just continue to take opportunities as and when they come.
I don't blame Jim, man. If I'm Jim, I'm staying there for as long as I can.
Yes, sir.
Waiting for all my health stats to, get back to, well, as best as they could, because my head is blinking.
It's blinking without even being, getting hit at this point. And that's really not a good sign. Third round, we've still got potential of 2 more rounds, but he's going to need something big in order to stop the availability for Trickzzy to just kind of open up when he feels the need to.
Maybe a leg kick fake into an overhand might actually get the job done at this point, because I feel like Trickzzy, he's too focused on working the leg. So if Jim comes out with a leg kick fake, it might have him thinking low.
Very well. I mean, he's doing a good job, man. He's trying to make adjustments when he can. planting on certain shots on the inside, but that was beautiful right there. Inside leg kick into the straight, and it both lands. This could be it.
This is...
Oh my god, man, he just survives it again.
It barely. That head help is not something, you know, you want to be relying on going into the third round. You want to get the takedown, you want to end up on top. At this point, to be honest, Trickzzy... Oh man, this is too much for me. My heart can't handle this ground and pound. Oh god.
Absolute craziness, brother. Absolute craziness.
My heart can't handle this. Why am I doing this to myself? Whew.
Right, Honest Jim has an uphill battle. He right now, this is some redemption for Trickzzy.
Oh, all it takes is the jab at this point to rock the man, and he works the body, goes for a takedown. Let's hope he secures it. Takes the back. This is a position that Jim is very comfortable in. You know, I've seen him put me in this position multiple times. He's very, very comfortable being in this role. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for an RNC.
Yeah, no, he may need one. He may need one because he is having all sorts of problems. His head health is so
wow.
You know, yeah, he doesn't want to go for it. Maybe he's looking to work some of his own ground and pound, but I don't know if that's going to come to bite him now because rubber guard is available for Trickzzy, and we've seen him hold it well. Good posture up though from Alvarez, from Honest Jim.
Oh wow, I'm surprised neither of those gentlemen used the free transition. Beautiful fakes from Trickzzy. Jim's clearly not biting on it. Well, free posture up. He wants to utilize it.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Wet. This is very bad. This is very, very bad for Jim at this point. Now, all Trickzzy needs to do is a simple posture up and 5 strikes. If that could get him out of there, and not in a great position to be in at this point.
With 3 minutes 45 left on this clock, this is a terrible position to find yourself in. Obviously, we're going to have him...
Trickzzy postures up, this could be it. Oh, the man flips him around. Maybe he's going to go for an RNC. Again, you know, at this point, I really wouldn't blame either of them if they go for an RNC just to secure the dub. Because you never know, man.
If you find yourself in that position, I don't hate it too much, man. It's it depends on if somebody's trying to spam, you know, that position particularly. But you find yourself in it, it's a competitive fight.
Oh, lovely. That was I've never seen that go off, especially in the first strike, to be honest. Sorry to interrupt you, Cyrus.
Oh, no, you're good, brother.
I need to learn how to do that. Do you know how to do that?
Right trigger and you flick the direction. If it's a double hand, it's up, and then or left or right correspondingly.
Okay, I actually did not know that. Thank you.
That's alright, bro. They took out a lot of the arm traps in UFC 4, but those ones still are available in order to kind of shift position.
Oh, interesting. I would have expected him to go for at least a couple of strikes. You know what? I think this is actually going to go to the 5th round.
This is crazy, man. I don't know how Jim has been able to survive this. And look, Jim has turned a lot of fights around in the past, so please do not count him out at this stage. But Trickzzy is looking on fire tonight.
Yeah, this rubber guard is money for Trickzzy at this point. Beautiful, sweet. I didn't even know that Dustin had a top one.
This could be it.
He didn't have that. Oh, whoa. No.
Oh my god, how does he survive it again?
The armbar is just to buy the time. I mean, there's 10 seconds left. Nothing's going to happen at this point.
Jesus, man.
Both of them know that. Yeah. Oh, Jim, what are you doing to me? Oh, whew. Beautiful
honestly,
fight, bro. Honestly,
this is a pretty
fight.
Definitely. Honest Jim is like coming game tonight. He's not having a bad. He's doing very well when he gets opportunities too. But I honestly feel like the champ Trickzzy is coming out and just having a flawless performance. This is he's looking one of the best we've ever seen him. He's been on fire with everything that he's done.
Agreed. You know, credit where credit is due, right? Trickzzy's been putting on beautiful work. Jim has managed to get his head held to stop blinking, even though it's lower than it was before. As I say, that
one shot, it's still really low, and
I want to go for a takedown or a pullback or something.
I don't want to say this is going to be it. I've said it too many times. Jim finds a way to survive once again.
I would be surprised if this actually goes to scorecard. Yeah, I feel. You know what? Just to make myself feel better, if Jim can take this to scorecard, I think he deserves a rematch.
He needs to do something big, man. He needs to do something big. He's got 3 minutes 50 on the clock. He finds himself in top mount, currently in a Kimura, but looks like he's going to get out of this quite nicely.
Ooh, yeah. I think Jim's fine here for now. I don't know what Jim can do from this position, to be honest with you, Cyrus. The only other thing I can think of is raining some ground and pound, but I feel like Trickzy's health is too high and Jim's stamina isn't good enough to finish it off ground and pound of one round.
Yeah, I mean, he would need to get into a top mount position or a crucifix and really start to rain down some shots, you know, a very, very dominant position, because and the problem is that obviously against somebody like Trickzzy, he's got phenomenal defensive grappling, so it's not going to be as easy, you know, as you'd think, even if you manage to find yourself in one of those positions.
Exactly. Does manage to get the get up. This is not looking good for Jim at this point. I don't know how he's managed to taunt the man. Maybe he's realized there's very little he can do at this point. I wouldn't give hope up just yet, Jim. You still have it in you, bud. Bring it home. Come on, you got this. I'm still rooting for you, even though I'm not supposed to.
It looks like Trickzy's going to get. He goes for the guillotine, but the defense is right there for Jim. Shoots him for the takedown directly after it and manages to secure the turn.
Like I said, man, if the man can manage to take this to a decision, I think he deserves a rematch.
I don't know about deserving the rematch, but he definitely, by all means, he deserves.
He
deserves a lot of credit.
I think this is something new, Cyrus. I've only been seeing this sweep in the last 2 days. I don't know if they added this into the patch.
I'm not sure about that particular animation. There's been sweeps from that position before. You've always been able to sweep from there, but that animation in particular may be new, as you allude to.
I don't blame Jim for doing that. I want to buy all the time I can and take this to the judges, even though, we know how the judges will
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
1-2 head kick for the win. Beautiful performance by Trickzzy. Maybe Jim's not as kryptonite anymore.
Yeah, no, I mean, obviously the first time round, it was one of, I believe it was Trickzy's first competitive fight on UFC 4. Was still very fresh. I mean, we all were when that came out. Has looked to make major adjustments in his game and came out looking fantastic. I'm sure we're going to see these guys up against each other in near future. I mean, Jim is going to go out there, rebuild on this, and look to, get back into title contentions, I'm sure. But tonight was all about Trickzzy. He had a flawless performance and looked phenomenal start to finish, man. Took that forward pressure from Honest Jim early, managed to make some adjustments to it, and from second round onwards, as we called at the beginning, his most dangerous round, he just didn't let it slip. He continued that momentum.
No, exactly, Cyrus. Couldn't have been a better performance from Trickzy's side. The man saw an opening earlier on with the leg kicks. He had success there. He took it to a point where Jim was worried about his leg, and he worked upstairs.
Yeah.
Just phenomenal performance. I just don't see anyone stopping Trickzzy at this point. ICB, BFAP or not, the man's a phenomenal striker, and clearly he showcased his grappling today as well. He's no slouch on the ground.
No,
BFAP
exactly.
boys have been putting the work in, so I'm just happy to see him, carry a streak.
Always an honor to call these fights, man. Especially when they're putting on wars like that. We will be back with you next week. If you haven't already, hit the follow, hit the like, obviously, if you're one of the gentlemen or ladies on YouTube. But outside of that, we'll be back next week with Styles up against Dino MMA, habitual grappler, current champion in Styles, taking on his first defense up against the mighty and the powerful Dino MMA with his phenomenal striking. So we'll have to see how that goes down. Going to be a middleweight fight, GSP versus Israel Adesanya, all to play for. Definitely hyped for that one. Interesting to see how it goes down, but been a pleasure calling these fights with yourself, Valentine, brother. Appreciate you.
Likewise, mate. Likewise.
Other than that, peace out.